Hi, I'm Tiana and I'll be your host today for Spacetime History. Today we'll be talking about Project Mercury and the Mercury 7. Project Mercury was NASA's first manned missions. The purpose of the missions was to put a man in orbit, to understand the technical requirements and medical effects, and to bring him back alive. The program used two launch vehicles, a Redstone for suborbital flights and an Atlas for orbital flights. The program lasted from 1958 to 1963 and launched over 20 unmanned missions and 6 manned missions. Project Mercury gave us our first astronauts. NASA called them the Mercury 7. The astronauts included Scott Carpenter, Gordon Cooper, John Glenn, Virgil Gus Grissom, Wally Schirra, Alan Shepard, and Deke Slayton. Ultimately, it would be Alan Shepard who would hold the honor of being the first American in space. On May 5, 1961, Shepard made a 15-minute suborbital flight. His Mercury capsule, which he named Mercury 7, was launched from Cape Canaveral, Florida, and landed in the Atlantic Ocean. Among the original Mercury 7 astronauts, only Deke Slayton didn't make any of the Mercury flights. However, he was able to finally go into space later on as a part of the Apollo-Soyuz test project crew. 3 members of the Mercury 7 also flew in the Gemini program, and 3 were a part of the Apollo missions, with Shepard setting foot on the moon. Glenn's return to space came 36 years after his first flight. He lifted off aboard the Space Shuttle Discovery for mission STS-95 in 1998. To close out the episode, here is your fun fact for today. Did you know that a Venus day is approximately 243 Earth days long? The bad news is we would have to wait up to 3 Earth years for a weekend. That's because a day on Venus is longer than its year. Well, thanks again for joining me on this trip through history. Next week we'll go ahead and talk about the Gemini program and the first spacewalk.